Drifting Home is a new Netflix anime film, so let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name is Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services just like Netflix. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more up and coming content. Drifting Home follows two childhood friends who drift into a mysterious sea with an entire housing complex. This is from Studio Colorido, and this is their third feature film after Penguin Highway and A Whisker Away, which was released in 2020. This is a very odd story with Kosuke and Natsume, who have been friends since they were children, but the relationship begins to strain in the 6th grade. One day during summer vacation, the classmates sneak into an apartment complex that is scheduled to be demolished and rumored to be haunted. They grew up there, so the place holds a lot of memory. They pass out, and when they regain consciousness, they see a vast ocean before them as the apartment complex drifts into a mysterious sea. And the whole apartment complex drifts off into sea. This is a very interesting film, as at its core is a survival film with a bunch of 6th graders learning what it takes to survive. But there is a lot of hidden themes within this film about how young children handle grief, as the two main characters, Kosuke and Natsume, have a connection to this apartment building. The relationship began to fall apart when Kosuke's grandfather ended up passing away. We see these 6th graders at this apartment complex, how they handled their grief and how they are arguing with each other. At times they are sad as they're starting to revisit certain memories. How they handle it is very emotional and very strong. I formed an immediate connection with this film, as I thought my own time when I went to my grandmother's house at her apartment complex from birth to when I was in 10th grade. I spent every day there, even over the summer, and I formed so many friendships there, and I played video games, Super Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64. I would play outside all the time, and I would do anything to relive those memories once again. And seeing how these young children have this connection to the apartment building and what it means to them is very important to their characters, and it brings out that emotional side to it, as once they realize they've drifted apart, they start to pinpoint where they drifted apart, and then they relive the memories of when they were younger and how they were connected to Kosuke's grandfather. And so all the memories that they have are being brought forth to this film as they are on this apartment building just drifting off into sea, and they have to survive. There's conflict amongst all of the 6th graders, and they are trying to handle their emotions, they're trying to survive, but at its core they handle grief in such a realistic and emotional way that makes you immediately connected to these characters. And the characters are a lot of fun. They're young, they don't know how to survive on this apartment building that's drifting off into sea. They're going to argue, they're going to have petty moments between everybody, but I was surprised with how emotional this film was. It also looks beautiful. This film was released in limited theaters. It looks like a film that was made for theaters. From the animation switch from reality to fantasy was absolutely beautiful. All of the details to the apartment building and the vast ocean was absolutely beautiful. All of the character designs look great. I have not seen Penguin Highway, but I did see A Whisker Away, and Studio Colorido has done such a great job with this film. It is stunning from beginning to end. The realistic moments look great, and they handled the fantasy elements to it very well. At times, the film is very thrilling as they are surviving and they see other apartment buildings that are drifting off into sea, and they try to get onto those to find food and other things that they need to survive. At times, the film does take an approach where it tries to have these little montages as they are gathering food or forming these relationships or playing or arguing. It is very brief, but I think they kind of brushed over certain developments that could have added a little more depth to these characters. I was really impressed with Drifting Home. I thought the film looked beautiful, and the themes of survival and handling grief at such a young age told the story beautifully and added a lot to these characters, that you formed that immediate connection with them, and it felt realistic as they were struggling to survive and come to terms with where they were and the connection as well. How this apartment building meant so much to them brought back so many memories, just like a flood of memories of myself when I was younger at my grandmother's apartment building, playing with friends, playing video games, staying up late. I teared up several times within this film because I was remembering my childhood and how important it was to me, and I could see that within this film. So Drifting Home was released limited theaters just over the weekend, and it's set to hit Netflix this weekend. So check it out if you are a fan of Penguin Highway and A Whisker Away. This is the third feature film from the studio, and it impressed me so much. So before I give you my score for Drifting Home, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, and if you'd like to see where Drifting Home ranks amongst all of the other 2022 releases I've seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd, and there you can find my ranking. I'm going to go ahead and give Drifting Home an A-. Thank you guys for checking my review for Drifting Home on Netflix. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.